When it is your turn to go, I'll let you know, and then you'll want to take off at the start line. So right now, if you put me here, we'll see the look. Keep in mind, you don't want to pull any farther forward than the green fence until it's your turn, otherwise you will push your lap. So that's where we use the starting point. Make sure you're starting from there every time. This is the same as it was before, as far as going down the straightaway and all that kind of jazz. Keep in mind, at the end of the straightaway, your braking point may have changed slightly. Because from a dead stop there, you may be going a little faster, you might be going a little slower. Kind of hard to say until you run it, right? So, obviously, maybe start with a little earlier on the first attempt and then see what it does. Adjust accordingly. Obviously, we have the tic-tac-toe here. The key thing on this is making sure that the final corner, the toe, is done correctly to get off the back straightaway as fast as possible. Right? There's a lot of key corners on this track because of the long straight, and that's definitely one of them. Make sure you brake early enough here before you come down the hill, top of the hill at the latest, maybe even earlier, so that when you get down to the bottom here, you can square up this corner enough to get across and get back quick enough. And the key here is to sharpen up the entry enough that you have the wheel straight all the way across and get back. And then it's a matter of managing your traction, trying to get the best acceleration all the way across here. So this is 100% where you have to kind of tune in with what I like to call your pedometer, even the pants feel of what traction you have, and kind of adjust your acceleration rates based on how much G-force you're pulling across it. Obviously, the more you feel the acceleration rate, the better it is. I do recommend short shifting up to third as you cross that stick path. Braking nice and early here as we enter into sort of the black right corner here. We ease off the brake as we turn in. You can actually carry the brake quite a distance into the corner if you're smooth enough with the release. You click the apex and then accelerate. Now, if any of you were having trouble finding the track out point, you weren't accelerating hard enough, keep that in mind, right? Acceleration will make the track out. If you do it hard enough at the right angle, you'll find yourself going out the road. And from there, we'll track back across to the right-hand side and set up for the decreasing rate this corner. Launch the brakes in a straight line. Sharp application of the brake, smooth release as we turn in. Stay wide on the entry here. If you find you get into the inside too soon, you're not going to be very fast exiting the corner. Once you reach your apex, then we straighten the wheel and accelerate the car to the right side of the road. There, we're crossing back across towards the left-hand side. We'll find a braking point before we enter into the bus stop area. So we'll go into the first half of the bus stop here, sort of threading the needle. Bring it back to the left here. Look out to the right. And then we turn into the endless right-hand hairpin turn here. Now looking for the beginning of our chicane section. We accelerate out of the corner here, let the car track out of it. Turn into the left-hander, flip the apex one. Up to the outside, you'll find the second apex here, the second half. Tap the brakes before we enter into the patience corner. Bring the car back to the right, looking to the left. Reach around to the back side of the corner. Now wheel to straighten progressively all the way through this long carousel corner while staying left of center. Coming up to the final couple corners, we're going into the S's. On the brakes here, sacrifice the right-hand turn. The left is much more important. On the car on the right side of the road for a moment, just let the turn. And then we're going to take a nice acceleration through here. And this is another spot it will change. So as you come down to the final corner here, take the wheel straight, onto the brakes, and we're making a left-hand turn now. As we go into the left-hand turn here, you'll see directly in front of you there is the stop box. With your apex track out, find a way to get the wheel as straight as possible, as soon as possible, and attack the brakes to pull a complete stop inside of our stop box. Make this little just a tune here to be the but once you stop inside the stop box, obviously the lap is over. Your lap time will be up on the scoreboard. That's off to the right-hand side. Even though I will have you separate quite a distance, I don't want you hanging out here for any length of time because the next car is coming at some point. And if you're hanging out here too long, it won't find you. So, the odds are there won't be that big of a difference between all the drivers that will have any issues there, but do make sure you roll out of the stop box once you come to a stop. And then we bring our way back over to the starting line and we rinse and repeat. Okay? here. I'll be bringing cars over to the starting line. So, basic rules of the time competition, pretty much the same as they've always been. On property here, hitting either cone, 2-second penalty. You fail to stop and back boundaries of the stop box, 2-second penalty. Obviously, if you design your own course or go off the track, the lap is qualified. Spin would probably qualify in that sort of category of disqualified lap. Obviously, if that happens, it happens. We'll try not to have it happen. Beyond that, if you fail to stop in the stop box at all, laps is disqualified. This is DSC off, so let's go through the sequence of that. Pick your M button of choice, whether it's M1 for automatic or M2 for manual. I do always recommend M2. And then once you've done that, you're going to find your stability control button, press and hold for 5 seconds. So it's DSC off on the dash somewhere, or DSC inactive, depending on where you're looking. Once you have that established, we're pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to give you 2 practice laps, and they don't score. And we're going to score everything else after that. You get the same number of runs in a group had for a nice fair competition. Okay, so Ricky, good to go on the practice.